Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming. We're very happy to be here today as we open up the Red Ribbon Academy. My name is Svetlana Repakira, and I had first met with the parent group about 2.5 years ago. And after a lot of work, we're here today, and we're very excited. I'd first like to introduce the Mayor of Wayne, Mayor Vergano, who's going to speak.
The young adults that will be coming here on a daily basis will be served by smiling, happy faces, and we know this is a fantastic facility that you've opened, and I just wanted to congratulate you, and we're very happy that you chose Wayne to move into. I know you could have gone anywhere, and this facility is just unbelievable. So on behalf of the 54,711 residents of Wayne Township, we all have smiles on our face today because this is a great day. This is a great day for our community. It's a great day for your center. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce the parent group, a group of very determined parents who really made this possible.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Marsha Wilkes, and my son is Zakimo Javon DuBose. First, I would like to say that I am pleased that you took the opportune time out to come help us celebrate our children. They're called children to us because they will always be our babies, but nevertheless, I am so pleased that you started Not Robbery to come help us celebrate them, because without them we would not be here today. And without further ado, I'm going to say these words, never to offend anyone, but to let you know that I am so proud to be the mother and that God have called me to give me such a gift as him. I would not be the woman of God that I am without my son, because he brought me to Christ and I am who I am. But I want to say to Community Option that you has been such a blessing to us, and to hang in there with us to help us accomplish this. And without God, we could not be here today at all. The motto that we had when we went to Trenton was, the beast is the facts, and which means God is in control. And I want to say to all of our husbands that sacrifice us from being away from them, we salute you today to say thank you, because you didn't have to let us go anywhere. So we salute all the husbands, all of our families, our friends. And one thing I want to say, that is a quote in the Word of God, and it goes like this: there is a friend. He that has a friend must first show himself friendly. And that friend is Jesus. And I want to say to all of you, it was such a blessing to sit at the table. We did not have a hidden agenda. We had one purpose in mind, and that purpose was to do what we had to do for our babies. I want to thank all of you that help us financially to get the censor room, because it is phenomenal. I also want to thank all of my friends and my family, and especially my husband, who's fighting to get from New York, but nevertheless, it's still all good. My co-workers who stick it out with me, and they sacrificed to come today. And I am so, so, so happy. I'm so overjoyed that everyone is here, and we have one thing in mind, and that is to have a quality program. Can I hear you say yes? Yes. So now, without further ado, I will give it to Vicky. No, Linda. Linda, I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to Linda. But one thing in closing, I want to say this. There were 5 of us. And this morning at 4 a.m., God gave me a revelation. The number 5 means grace. And he said his grace is efficient for the purpose that he has for his people. And we are his people. We have one goal in mind, and that is to do the right thing for any and everybody. Be blessed, be encouraged, and thank you so very much.
Hi, my name is Linda Salerno, and I just have to tell you, the turnout for this is just incredible. The turnout alone makes me teary-eyed. I had a dream many years ago when my son Mark was very small And my dream was that someday he would transition into a day program with the friends he had grown up with his peers. And today that dream comes true. There are, it's unbelievable. This Red Ribbon Academy means so much to so many parents who have not been able to find the quality day program that our kids need, because our kids are very involved and very special and very wonderful, and they needed the most wonderful program that we could create for them. I have to thank many, many people. Number one, Community Options, who they have been just a tremendous organization to work with. I wanted to thank everyone at the Division of Developmental Disabilities, especially, and I don't know where she is, Dawn Apgar. Dawn, we had a meeting with you and some of your staff, and you really heard us that day. You really did. And that meant so much. That is why this program is here, because Dawn Apgar heard our needs. I also want to thank the other amazing women that I have worked with on this parents group. Just the most incredible women in the world. And I just want to say it just shows the power of we. Parents love their children so much we can move mountains, but we need help doing it. The power of we can move mountains for our kids. Thank you very much.
Hello everybody, my name is Lisa Crilly. I am honored to be here today. I have been blessed to be the physical therapist of many of the children that are attending Red Ribbon Academy. I've been their therapist for a number of years. Many a Saturday, we've sat together and said, we know so many people, and you know, and I know, and we've got to try and get it all together some year, please. When Marissa was 12, when Mark was 13, we talked and we talked and we talked. It's here. And I have been personally blessed to be able to travel their journey with these amazing families, and I thank you so much. My daughter, I know, would be attending this if she were here with us today. She was also born with profound disabilities, and she had passed. I know she would be here. I have the passion, as these moms. I have the passion, as these moms have the passion, because these children, these young adults, are the Lord's greatest teachers. They will teach us, they share the way of the Lord, and every day we prayed for a place that will allow our children to do their work. This is beautiful, this is going to enhance their abilities, embrace their difficulties, and allow them to walk forward. Thank you very much.
How do I follow that up? I don't know. I'm Vicki Allen, and I'm Marissa's mother, and I thank these wonderful women who, again, this journey together, we would never have been where we are without each other. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've done to help enhance this program to make it its very best. And what we've done is we've done quite a few fundraisers, and our vision for our children were to have the state-of-the-art sensory room. And with that, Linda, who is an occupational therapist who specializes in designing the state-of-art sensory rooms. We went as a group to her home, and she welcomed us in, and we were just amazed. So with that, I'm sure everyone in the back has seen the amazing sensory room back there that will give our children what most other day programs do not have. And hopefully we'll see tremendous strides with that. So I would like to thank, again, everybody, Community Options, especially DDD, my family now. We are family, the five of us. We are all here for the same reasons, and again, we wouldn't be who we are without our children. So thank you all for coming. Hi, everybody. We have quite a turnout here today, so I guess we can see how much support the program has. So thank you all so much for coming. I'm Linda Zani Thomas. I am the mother of Marisa, a very, very motivating individual, a little tiny version of Tony Robbins. And I want to welcome everybody to the Red Ribbon Academy today. My wonderful partners in this, Marsha and Vicki and Linda and Lisa. And I want to start by saying congratulations to our two other partners, one of whom is Dawn Apgar. Can somebody, where's Dawn? Could she raise her hand? It's right there. I want to congratulate Dawn and the staff at DDD, and I also want to congratulate Robert Stack.
Yes.
And the staff at Community Outreach. Most notably, Svetlana Repikira, who, give it up for Svetlana, who matched our energy for 2.5 years.
Yes.
And that is not easy.
No.
And she did a wonderful job. I'll tell you, we're so thrilled. It's beyond even our expectations, which were really big expectations. So we're so happy for that. We also want to say a shout out to the universe, to Jessica Guberman and Chris Dixon, whose contributions to this were really, really impactful. So let's give it up for them.
Yes.
This was really a win for everybody, but no more so than the young adults that this program will serve. And we want to talk about a couple of things about them. First of all, things that are done well are good business. Doing things well is good business, and it's respectful. And things were done well here. And we're really expecting great things to happen here. I think you can feel from the environment that we're in to the fact that there are a lot of details. Nothing was overlooked in this. And it's really, really important for these kids. And they're somewhat mysterious. There are thousands of them living in New Jersey, but they make up just a fraction of the total number of developmentally disabled people in our state. But if you think of it another way, they are in the top 10% of the developmentally disabled, because they have some of the most severe challenge, whether physical, cognitive, communicative, emotional, sensory deficits, visual impairments, you name it. They've had a lot to deal with in their lives. But they really are the top 10%. And if you really think about it, they're like elite athletes. They are like the Navy SEALs of the developmentally disabled community. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. The story of these young adults is really told in the beautiful painting that's behind the three that are here today. It's behind Marissa, Mo, and Marisa. That painting, yes, it was painted by fine artist and Parents Group member Vicki Allen. That painting tells the story of these kids, and I'm going to walk everybody through it. Get a chance to look at it before you leave. The red ribbon that is in the dove's mouth represents the blood, sweat, and tears of their journey through life. And every single child that attends this program has had illnesses, accidents, surgeries, incidents, close calls, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of close calls, and they survived. Again, like the Navy SEALs. They really are very, very special people. But they don't let that get them down. They don't think about it. They don't think about their challenges. They don't complain. They just get up every day and they want to have a good day. They want to be with their friends. Everything around them has to be adapted to make that happen. And once that is adapted and they have that environment, they can do anything. And that's what the dove is for. The dove is much larger than the red ribbon. It's much larger than the difficulties and challenges they've had. That dove shows them rising above their limitations. And the third element
woman in the painting is really the space between the ribbon and the dove and the blue sky all around the ribbon and the dove. And that's where everybody in this room is, because that's where the work is done. That's the work that the 5 of us did, that Svetlana and Community Options did, that Robert Stack did, and that Dawn Apgar and her staff did, including the great Miracle Drakeford, who's here today. On behalf of Marcia and DeMar, Vicki and Dan, Linda and Rick, Lisa and Jack, my Gary, woohoo, Gary, all our children, and all the children and families whose lives will be touched by this program, I hereby dedicate this beautiful painting by Vicki Allen to the Red Ribbon Academy.
Thank you. I'd next like to introduce Deputy Commissioner Dawn Apgar. We're so pleased that she was able to be here today with us.
So you can tell I'm excited about this day because I brought my own scissors. I have them right here in my folder. I came very well prepared. So I just want to tell you, it's really an honor and a privilege to be part of today's event. It's been a long journey. And some of the parts of the journey, we met originally back in January of 2011, and some parts of the journey, like any journey, were well marked, and some were difficult. But it was, I think, a true partnership. And they say a picture says 1,000 words, and so I was actually thrilled this week to get a picture of the first day sent to me, and I literally was like beaming. I printed it out, and I've been carrying it with me ever since. But I did want to say a couple things. First of all, with anything good, there comes a vision. And I'd like to, I can't take credit for this vision. You saw these 5 incredible women, and they came to me with their vision. And I think their vision is just like all of our vision. When you have children, right, you want the very best for them. You want them to be safe. You want them to be happy. You want them to have quality services and a quality life and to be supported. And so it was, then they came to me to help support that vision. But what I think was unique about this particular group is when they came, they wanted to be part of the solution right from the very beginning, and they had it pretty much mapped out. So it wasn't hard to connect the dots, but they wanted to be part of the solution not only for their own children but for others as well. And I think that is unique. And this program represents something pretty significant because we are able to support people who historically might have been institutionalized, who we've had difficulty supporting, who have really complex needs and need a lot of support. So they've, over this journey, I will say the 2 years, even though it's been long, you see the results. They've gotten a lot of partners along the way, and many of those partners are here. I hope you still have the bowling, the wine tasting, the dinner theaters, and all of the fundraisers and friend-raisers is really what they are. And in addition, they were real advocates. They were out there educating about what's possible and what quality services are. I heard the word quality a lot. Yes. And so that's really, I think, the hallmark of what we all want. And I appreciate the opportunity actually to be your partner. Along the way, I'm not a service provider. They needed somebody to fund and then also to carry out that vision. And it wasn't surprising that they partnered with Community Options, who is really a leader within the state. And the marriage between the parents group and the division and Community Options, I think, is a really natural one, because one of the things that Community Options does best is they listen to what people's unique needs are. And and these parents told us what the needs were, not only for their children but others. So there was no cookie cutter approach. I was asked, are there other such programs? This is a unique program, and I'm sure as time goes on there'll be changes and the journey will continue, and hopefully we can replicate this in other parts of the state. So their work is not done, and their legacy lives on. So I think this is just a great example of a couple things. One, I think public-private partnership, which is terrific. It's a wonderful example about when state policy is flexible enough that it can foster creativity. And we can see beyond what's already out there. It's I think a great example of if you keep trying and you persevere, what's possible. I just thank all of you. So thanks. It's been terrific. So.
Thank you, Dawn. And now I'd like to introduce our founder and CEO, Robert Stack.
Good afternoon. I'm going to be very brief and just say a couple things. First of all, thank you to the parents. The parents, the group was phenomenal, and if it wasn't for them, nobody would be here. And they're terrific. And there's an old saying. I'd like to talk about four governors. One was a governor I worked with in South Carolina. She's a wonderful woman, and she said, Robert, behind every good woman is a good man, but usually he's rolling your eyes. So we've got all these women who have good men behind them who are rolling their eyes. I'd also like to make a special to thank Svetlana for the terrific job she did.
Yes.
That's terrific. I would like to recognize a couple people. We're a bipartisan group here. We have Gail Gordon representing her husband, Senator Bob Gordon. Gail, are you around? There she is. And I'd like to really recognize Susan Carrillos. Her husband, Joe Carrillos, is the senator, but Susan's been a terrific advocate and a real help for people with disabilities and for community options. I would also like to thank obviously Deputy Commissioner Dawn Apgar and her boss who's not here, who's Jen Velez, who's the commissioner. The only two other statements I want to make that's important. Am I missing anyone, Svet? I thanked everyone. Oh, Aisha. Aisha's there. Where's Aisha? Aisha, sweetheart Aisha. She's the one that's going to make all the changes and all the programs work that these parents are going to be happy about. Finally, I just wanted to say a couple. When Community Options was growing, I was dealing with two governors. One governor was Governor Whitman, and the other governor was Governor Ann Richards in Texas. And Governor Whitman said to me recently, she said that, I said, we spend so much money for people with disabilities in institutions. We have to get them out of institutions. And I know that we've seen a lot of people talk about that. But the money that's spent there, it's got to be, and these parents, my board member, Peter Dulligan, who's back there, I'd like to recognize you, and then Herb Schneider. Peter said to me, do these kids go back to a group home, or do they go, and I go, no, they go to their own parents' house. And this is the most significant piece. When they closed the first institution in New Jersey, which was the North Princeton Developmental Center, Governor Whitman said to me that it was the most difficult thing she ever did politically in her career. She told me that. So we have to remember that, and we have to fight, because if we can close the institutions, we can serve more people, we can add more ingredients to the pie, and everybody can have some of it, rather than the way that it is. It's not working the way that it should be. We have to take a look at that situation. Finally, I just wanted to tell you, the other two governors was Ann Richards. And Ann Richards said something that resonates with me because it resonates with the current governor we have in New Jersey. Ann Richards, when I met her, and I had a person very, very similar to one of the people that's in our program here. And the parents said, "What do you think, Governor?" And she said, "Robert, life ain't fair. Life ain't fair, but government should be."
Yes. That's a deep statement. Yes.
And so I say that resonates with our current governor. The governor of the state of New Jersey has said to me more than 3 occasions, It is immoral. I'd say, Governor, this is less money than the institutions are cheaper or more expensive than the community. He's like, stop it. He's like, this is not about money. It's about what is right. It is about what is moral and what is in the best interest of the citizens of New Jersey that he supports. And so I thank him, Dawn's ultimate boss, for making sure that this kind of stuff happens.
Yes.
And we have to remember that in the future. So thank you all. I have some cake. Peter Dulligan supplied it. Griffin's Restaurant. Thank you.
Now we can have the actual ribbon cutting ceremony. If we could get the ribbon and the...
We all together? Yeah. We only get
ready?
once, we only get one shot.
Yes, we hereby christen the Red Ribbon Academy.
No, you gotta put it tight. You gotta put it tight. Pull it tight.
On my roots, I should have been boots. Who would have back there? I don't know. Let's want to show it. But oh, it's a surprise. The fear in his eyes. I took his glass of champagne. I told the user on, it will make it through. You complain. So I got friends in long places where the whiskey's down. It's bubbles away. Come on, guys, help me out, say it! Come on, guys! I got friends, says so to me. When I went from down to the oasis, cause I got friends. Oh, and low places.
Part two, come on.
Here we go. Come on, guys. Just rock a little bit. Rock. Come on, let's go, guys. I'm gonna get some noise for the guys here. Ha! Long, I just all along. I've been there before. Everything's alright. I'm talking about to the door. And scene to call the big scene. I release the tower and then I release the tower. Did you ever know? Cause I got friends in all places when the whiskey's out. The bubbles away.
Chorus too.
And I'll be okay. Come on, guys, help me out, say it. Come on, guys, help me out. I got to ways with a whiskey around till the oasis, cause I got friends. Oh, and low places. That's right.
Ready to
I can't get a Grammy or something. Grammy, or maybe Oscar, maybe, I'm not sure.
Do you want us to do it now while everyone's here? Yeah, that'd be great. Lisa. Good. All right, I got to cut it off. Come on, help me. Come on and help me. Come on, Peter. You can be my assistant.
Where's your baby? Is that your baby?
Wow. Set them up over here.
Oh, she's
I'll
wheeling
find some
around with
forks.
my husband. Yeah, she's so cute. Oh, thank I'll give you a
Don't really need those.
She naps whenever
As long as they say we can do it.
Everybody's voices at one time. It's like, oh, overload. I don't think it's ever happened before. How could you do that? What's going on? It's like it's daytime, but she's in all these night voices. You're like, what's going on? And then she only hears the voices.